People are picking the Dallas Cowboys to win the division. They're picking the Cowboys. And you know what? That's fine. I like it like that. I like us going under the radar. That's when we're at our best. And the truth of the matter is this. I'm not scared of the stinking Cowboys. I'm not scared of the stinking Giants. I'm not scared of that god-awful stinky Redskins. The thing that I fear the most is, can we actually stay healthy for 1 year?
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of Dak. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. Everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, I'm fired up today, man. I'm fired up. I'm reading all these different predictions about who's going to win the NFC East, and everybody's picking the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody's picking the Cowboys. It's just, I'm ready for football right now. Like, I can play right now. Let's go. Time to double moonwalk some ass. I'm telling you, when I hear some of the things they say about the Eagles, it gets me so aggravated. I get so fired up, man. But that's okay. I like being under the radar. I like people counting us out. That's how we like it. We like to be the underdogs. Everybody's picking Dallas. I mean, Dallas, really? I mean, Dallas Cowboys? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I mean, I don't think they improved that much. Yeah, they got CeeDee Lamb, he's good. They got some good rookies. They had a good draft, fine. But, I mean, I don't like their defensive line. I don't think much of their offensive line. Then you got the whole Dak Prescott situation. Dak Prescott, they turned down $40 million. They turned down $45 million. Who the hell knows? Pay him $80 million. You got Mark Holmes is flipping out. He's losing his mind with the Dak Prescott thing. He's sitting there. I listened to him last night yelling at Cowboy fans, calling his own subscribers idiots and morons and all those kinds. He's losing it. They're losing it. That team is got problems. Yet people pick them above the Eagles. I don't get it. Everything is quiet. DeAndre Baker's getting arrested. Giants have all that to worry about. Dallas has the whole thing with Dak. And then we get the Eagles. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. All those kind of things. We're having our virtual meetings. You know what I mean? It's like we didn't do anything wrong. I thought, for the most part, we had a pretty good offseason. It's been quiet, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, maybe they could have gone and got DeAndre Hopkins or something. You can argue all those kind of things. But I think for the most part, we're having a pretty quiet, pretty good offseason compared to some of the drama that these other teams are having. Okay? And I think that matters. I think it has to matter. Really, I don't sweat Dallas. I don't sweat the Giants. I don't sweat any of those teams in division. The thing that I worry about, the thing that has been the biggest problem for the Philadelphia Eagles is our health. Can we have 1 year where we just are relatively healthy? Nobody's going to be 100% healthy. It doesn't work that way, okay? It just doesn't. But can we be relatively healthy? Like, just, maybe not as many injuries? Because if you look over the last, 3-4 years, we get devastated by injuries all over the place. I mean, we had to win a Super Bowl with Nick Foles, with a backup quarterback, and thank God we had Nick Foles. But, I mean, who goes through those things? Who goes through the amount of injuries that the Eagles go every year? I mean, think about this. We come into last season, we were like, people thought, we had a really good team. We had a legitimate chance, right? And we come out in that Redskin game, we're flat in the first half. Okay, I get why we're flat. I understand it. We didn't play one snap all preseason. You're going to be rusty. You're not going to be, you're not going to be where you need to be. But in the second half, we tore it on. We put it on. I mean, you saw the Deshaun Carson connection. They looked good. It looked like we were flying. Even Alshon Jeffrey had a good game. Next week, we go in Atlanta, Alshon hurt, Deshaun Jackson hurt, and then it just piles and piles up. I mean, even Malik Jackson went out week 1. To me, injury and health is the Eagles' biggest problem. If the Eagles can stay relatively healthy, I think they're gonna double moonwalk everybody's ass. I mean it seriously, because look, let's be honest. Let's say the Eagles are relatively healthy last year. Let's just say it. Let's say they're relatively healthy. You have Deshaun Jackson, you have Alshon Jeffrey, you have all these guys. I think the Eagles. I think it's fair to say you probably win 2 to 3 more games. I think that's fair. Okay, so now you're talking about what, 12 wins, 13 wins, somewhere around there. I think it's fair. Is it not fair to say that if you are relatively healthy, you probably could have 2 more wins than last year at the least? So maybe that's 11 wins. So okay, now you go out this year and you've improved. You've improved your defense. I think the defensive line looks a lot better. Linebackers, sure, it's suspect, but secondary's a lot better. The wide receivers are a lot better. I mean, just the fact that they can run, they're a lot better. There's a lot more speed on this team. I think that it's fair to say that if the Eagles stay relatively healthy, and I'm just saying, if they're in the same average numbers of injuries that other teams have, I think this team's at least a division winner, get out of the first round of playoffs, at the very least, if not more. But we haven't stayed healthy. It's just amazing to me how banged up this team is. And we did change doctors. We made changes to the medical staff. We brought in some people. I think we brought somebody in from the Rams and from some teams that don't have a lot of injuries. Will that help? I hope so. I don't know. I think part of the problem is that we've had some older guys on this team. Older guys tend to get hurt easier. So we'll see. But I know that the Eagles have put a lot of work into basically trying to get guys that don't have an injury history. They're kind of clean, especially in the draft. Hopefully that pays off. But I mean, really, if you honestly look at the Eagles last year and you just look at the amount of injuries that they had, I mean, if they're relatively healthy, if they have half the amount of injuries, you at least keep Deshaun Jackson. I think you win at least 2 games, at least 2 more games, maybe 3. Okay, you would. And this year they're getting everybody back, and if they're healthy, I think that this team could do damage. They could do damage, and I think that they're better than they're getting credit for. And it just frustrates me. I have to say, it just frustrates me. I mean, we try to do all the right things. I mean, look at Dallas fighting with Dak Prescott over the money. I mean, what are they going to do? If they don't sign him, if Dallas does not sign him by the end of next year, if he goes and plays all year in franchise, he's gone. He's not going to stay there. I don't see how he could. And I'm not saying it as a troll job. I'm just saying, at some point, you got to make good with your quarterback. You have to. And hopefully, for their sake, they do it. And I want them to. Sign them. $65 million. $75 million. Sign the man. I would love to see it. I have no problem with it. But the Eagles, they go out. They sign their guy right away. You know what I mean? And the thing, it just frustrates me. And then you have the whole thing with Carson, right? People are trashing him because of his injuries in the past and things like that. The guy played all 16 games last year. He played all 16 games. He got a freak hit in the back of his head. I'm sorry, but I think if most people take that shot, you're probably going to have a concussion. It happens. I don't connect that concussion to the injuries of his past. I don't. I think he had a torn ACL. Okay, he came back too early. Then he hurt his back and played with it and made it worse. When you come back from these ACLs, sometimes you tend to get more injuries. It's just the way it happens. It happens that way. So I think that they're sleeping on us. Is my point of this video. They're sleeping on us big time. And I'm reading and I know that they're sleeping on us. I know that we're going to be better than what people think. I know it. I can't wait for it to happen. Because people are just brushing us under the rug. Oh, yeah, whatever. I will say this, though. if you don't have all the injuries, if you don't go through everything that you went through, maybe it hurts Carson. Because the truth of the matter is, if you look at Carson Wentz the last 5 games when he had practice squad guys, I think in his quarterback development, he became a true leader on that Eagles team. I think he took himself to the next level. Now, you're playing with practice squad guys and people are shaking their head. They'll say, it was no big deal. But the truth is Carson became a vocal leader. I mean, he looked like he just looked different. When Alshon and stinking Nelson Aguilar, who stinks, Nelson, he stinks. Gonna make Raider fans drink. Sorry, I just had to do it because I don't even think he's gonna make the Raiders. I think he's gonna get cut, and I hope he don't come back. That's my biggest fear in the world. But the truth of the matter is what the hell was I saying? Oh my God, look at that. Oh, by the way, I'm not doing drugs. Everybody says, oh, you're doing drugs, your eyes all... I have allergies, dude, really bad. Even my wife has it, you know what I mean? I don't do stuff. I'm clean, dude. Look at me. I'm clean and mean, you know what I'm saying? But do you believe somebody requested that I show my whole body? They want to have a conversation with my knee. I said, I can't show my whole body. I have my pants off. I don't want to put pants on. Anyways, I'm getting off the subject. I'm just saying that the Eagles, Carson Wentz, he matured in those last 5 weeks. No question about it. He had to become the leader. He had to take on those young guys, and he did. So maybe all those injuries and everything we went through last year, maybe it was the best thing for us going forward into this year. Because why? Because now he's taken that role on. So much so that I think they let Malcolm Jenkins go. So, yeah, I mean, there's always a positive and negative to everything. But I'm just saying, the Eagles, this team was highly regarded last year. Highly regarded. And the only reason they didn't do better was because of the injuries. So how can this highly regarded team last year that everybody was saying looks really good, how could they come back this year healthy, pretty much the same guys, maybe even better and faster? How can they be such trash all of a sudden? I don't get it. I think people are sleeping on us big time. We are the underdogs, you know what I mean? And it's like Jason Kelsey said, hungry dogs run fast. And that's what I think. So, hey, look, I feel better now. I had to get it out. See? So I say, YouTube's like my shrink. I had to get it out. I feel better. But Eagles, they act like we're going to do nothing and we're going to be trash. And they're all wrong. All the experts are wrong. The experts are wrong. They're always wrong. They're going to be wrong again. You watch. You'll see. With that said, I will be live streaming tomorrow. Actually, I have 2 live streams. I have my regular live stream that I had to push back because I had some things going on today. But I have my regular live stream, and then I have my tinfoil dingbat conspiracy theories live stream later on in the day after my regular stream. So if you want, come join me for both of those. It's going to be fun. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that dingbat bell. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat, and don't buy what these experts say. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.